central banks now have more gold reserves than they do US treasuries. That's telling you something. I mean, this all comes back to how I started by chatting about the SCO meeting, which if you align the SCO to the BRICS group of nations, what will evolve at some point in the future is a BRICS currency. And the betting is that that currency, one way or another, will be supported by the gold that BRICS member countries own. I mean, China, everything that I've put together over the years, helped by Alistair MacLeod, is that the total gold, physical gold in China is around 50,000 tons, half of which is owned by the government and half has been bought from the Shanghai Gold Exchange by Chinese institutions and households. I can sort of confirm that government figure as a senior executive in a major Japanese company told me over lunch one day that 40% of my revenue comes from China. This is about 5 or 6 years ago. And therefore I have to know a lot of important people, one of whom was a senior PLA general. He invited me down to headquarters for drinks, which began at 4 p.m. And at around 6 p.m., he tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Let's go for a walk." So we walked across the compound, came to, I'm paraphrasing what he said, and came to a large warehouse. When the doors opened, my jaws dropped, he said, because there, stacked from floor to ceiling, were bars of gold. So, and then Russia, from everything I pieced together, Russia has about 12,000 tons, nearly all of which is owned by the company that supports the central bank. Both Russia and China produce, I think, something like 300 tons a year. So the gold stays within those countries, both countries. So that's what BRICS is going to offer, is a gold-supported currency. Thinking out of the box, and it is only that, what might America do? I go back to an old friend who's now passed away, who about 10 years ago was a senior executive in a major international financial institution based in Washington. And he half-jokingly said, "Simon, one day America is going to have $2, a domestic dollar, which will be supported by gold. The international offshore dollar will be allowed to find its own level, which we have, according to our technical associate, by 2028, around, with the DXY, around 50, basically, broad terms, half of what it is today." So What does this all mean? In my view, one should discard long-term investments given the fractured state of the world's financial and economic and economy, that one should play the short-term moves, one should secure one's future by having gold, and by seeing that one's deep freezers are always full of food, and that if you have a garden, see that part of the garden is turned over to a vegetable patch. Voila.